welcome. Okay, sorry about that. Good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. First of all, we are going to do a demonstration of live coding JavaScript. Okay, I'm live. I'm alive. Alive is good. Not alive is no good. Okay, is that true? Yes. Well, not necessarily, because if you are dead, then you are dead. There's no good and bad anymore. So, today's Xah Talk Show. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this IJKL. Okay, let's go to this page and let's copy the URL. And I'm going to. So yesterday, 2 days ago, we did this live coding JavaScript of a web application like this. This application is for interactive Vim HJKL versus IJKL efficiency calculator. So we are trying to find out which key binding, either the Vim or inverted T, is more efficient. For example, I can change the number here, and you can see a number updated here. But now let's enhance it. What I want to do is, like, I put the mouse here, and I can scroll up or scroll down, and that number will change. So this way it's easier for people to change one of the input parameter and see the update in real time. So that's what we are going to do first. And as usual, if you are here, if you are watching, let's see, if you are watching, please type any comment and opinions in the box here. Okay, and also let's see, copy this file path. Okay, hold on, let's start command log mod. Okay, copy this file path, split the buffer, new buffer, paste. So that's the local file path, and change it to a URL, you see. And I say post, pick a topic and type in comment box. Okay, copy that back to Chrome browser, and let's put it here. So you can see, you can go to that link and type any comments, any opinions of whatever I'm talking about, and or just go to that page and pick any topic you find interesting, and we'll talk about that. But so first of all, let's code this JavaScript thing. Okay. Now, if you don't know JavaScript, if you are curious about how web applications are done, you can check out my previous video. But today we are going to enhance it, the code. So let's go to the page. Let's begin. Let's see, Vim. So this is the page. Okay, well, this is the page. Okay, and here is my local copy of the page. And you can see, let's search for .js. So here is the JavaScript code. Let's open it. Let me put this window up here. So this window shows all the Emacs command I call. So if you are an Emacs user, it's a useful thing to learn. You can see whenever you don't know what I'm doing, like you are wondering how did I do it, you can look at the command. You'll show the command and my keys, the keys I use, and you can search the web and you'll find the code. So okay, so here is the JavaScript code. You can see, and also, so it's only 60 lines. Okay, it's very simple, and in fact, this code is kind of the fundamental, the core of how you code web applications. It contains basically all the essential things. For example, first of all, you select the element, then Okay, so this part are you select elements. The elements are the HTML stuff, such as the input box. Okay, then over here is the body. The kind of the code body. Okay, what you want to do, and then you add event like this. You add event. So adding event means that whenever this is changed, for example, let's change it to 10, and notice here, okay, your change. Let's say change it to 99. So if I key is value 99, and you can see the uh, update score. So yeah, so this is the fundamental. It contains kind of the fundamental elements of how do you write the web application without any framework. Okay, I'm coding. My style of JavaScript is without any framework or library. Of course, I mean when you write a huge application, then it's kind of necessary. But for simple ones, you don't need jQuery, you don't need React, you don't need Vue, you don't need any of those. Okay, and in fact, you must learn this because if you really want to master JavaScript and web application programming, because what do you think all those jQuery libraries or React, what do you think, how they do their stuff? They if you look at the code, of course they do like what I'm doing here. And if you are interested in learning JavaScript, Xah, so search for uh, JavaScript in depth. So I have written this tutorial. I have spent 2 years to write it. So here's my JavaScript in depth tutorial, and the and this page is basically teach you the JavaScript, the language. Okay, the language in detail, in depth, pure JavaScript. Then you go to here. That's when you start to learn how to write web applications. So yeah, so to write to code web applications, there are two, basically you can say there are two essential parts. One is the mastery, or understand JavaScript, the language. Okay, then you need to understand so-called DOM. Okay, it stands for document object model. But anyway, it's just web scripting. So this is how you create web applications, basically all, including games. That's how you do it. Of course, if you write a web game, they use lots of libraries and other stuff. But what I'm teaching you here on this page, for example, is the core technology, fundamentally how they work according to the spec. So for example, uh, let's say change CSS. How do you, for example, I can click here and the text become red. I click here, it becomes blue. How do you do that? Here's the code. It covers the fundamental things you need to know. You can change, the color, the style. That's all CSS. And there are other things. Change the not content. For example, this one. I click here, it changes the text. Question, answer. So so here are some basic examples, and then you can learn it if you are new to JavaScript web scripting. So, but today we are going to cover. So that's my tutorial. You can buy. Okay, if you like my stuff, you can buy it. I sell this tutorial for like $30, $29. Uh, it's available online as well. But if you like my work, give me some money. And also, it functions as a commitment. If you really want to learn the stuff. Yeah. So today we are going to modify this code we have written, so that when the mouse is here, I can just scroll up and down, use the mouse button, and the value will change. That's very convenient. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so what we want to do. So first, okay, so move mouse up down. So that means I need to add an event to these boxes. So basically, okay, for example, here. Okay, let's go here. First of all, make a backup copy and paste it here. Then we need to, so this is box I. Box I is this box. We're gonna work on this box first. And we want to add an event, basically mouse scroll event. So that mouse scrolls, it'll change the value. So what is the event name for mouse scroll? We can find it out by, let's go to my JavaScript tutorial. So let's open a new tab, DOM scripting tutorial, and let's search for event, add remove event handler. Okay, then I have a link to all the possible events. Now let's search mouse. Okay, so here's a bunch of mouse events. We want to wheel. Okay, a wheel button of a pointing device is rotated in any direction. So that looks like the event name we want to use. Okay, select that. Go there and let's see. The wheel event fires when the user rotates a wheel button on a pointing device. That's good. Okay, so the event name will be wheel. Okay, so when that happens, we want to, when that happens, so this is a function to call. So if we call printed, which is this function here, this function. Okay, there's one more thing we need to check, because if we go here, if we, we want the event to happen only when this input box is in focus. You see it's highlighted, because otherwise people scroll. You still want to allow people to scroll the page. It's only when this input box is in focus we want to do that. So actually, so the function we want to call is let's say update input. Let's just say that, okay, and we need to write a function. Let's see where we want it. So constant arrow. Okay, let's hold on. Show the window. Constant arrow function. Okay, update input. So we are creating a new function, and the function will not take any arguments, and the function will, okay, so the function will check which one is the current input box in focus, then get that input box value, then increment it by 1, if the mouse is scrolling up, then update the value, then print it. Print it is actually update the score over here. So that's what we want to do. So let's see. Check current input box in focus, then increment by 1, 0, 1, or 1, depending on which box it is. Okay, so for these boxes, increment by 1. Okay, so anyway, so increment by 1 or 0, 1. Then change the value. Then we might want to call printed. Actually, yeah. So this way it'll work, but I'm wondering if it's change the current input box in focus. If we do it this way, then that means whenever there's no focus, when people scroll, because whenever people scroll, it's going to call this function repeatedly, and I'm kind of thinking it may not be efficient because when the input box is not in focus, people scroll all the time. So you are calling that function all the time. So it may not be efficient. Maybe is there a way to only check when the input box is in focus? Yeah, we can do that, but it's getting more. That would be more code, more complicated. But for now, since this is pretty simple. We are just doing a prototype, so let's just go with this. So check update input. Okay, so now the question is, how do you find which input box is in focus? Okay, I have to think. I have to think about that. Let's see, one guy watching. Okay, so input box. So let's see, mouse wheel. So how do you find out which input box is currently in focus? Now these are events. Now there is a focus event. So we can add a event such that when a input box is in focus, then we set a variable that tells us whether something is in focus. When it's out of focus, we set we set up two events. One is in focus, one is out of focus. So when something is in focus, so we always know when one of these input boxes is in focus. We can set a state to a variable, so we know when a box is in focus. Then when the mouse event scroll happens, then we check the variable to see if it's in focus. If it's not, then do nothing. If it's in focus, then we increment the value. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to so that way, so the way we just talked about is, first of all, we create events to check whenever something is in focus or out of focus. Okay, that's one way. You need some kind of you have to do this check. But I'm thinking, so another way is to when mouse wheel scrolls, you you try to find out which, if any one of these input boxes is in focus. So yeah, so we have these two ways. Yeah, so actually I'm not sure which way to go. So box is in focus. Okay, I have written some tutorial. I mean, I have written some other applications before. So let's check um, if Xah uh, programming languages and its machine word hours map. Okay, so let me try to find out. So I'm not sure which page is it. So let's try to find out. SVG, so web dev tutorials, web design, validation history. Okay, I know where. So go to xali.info, go to programming, then on the side box you have uh, tech review. And this page is all topics related to technology. They are essays about technology, commentaries. Uh, so this page is about how fast the internet speed grow. Okay, so I don't know where is that code. So another way to find out is simply go to my home directory. Go to cd comp. Okay, then just find all files that contains JavaScript. Okay, and 24 hours watch binary converter, computer language chart distribution, Unicode search. Okay, so let's go back to web. I think maybe it's there. Okay, go back to JavaScript directory. Then we try to find it out. Okay, so lots of JavaScript code here. Basically, I'm trying to find a web page, kind of a web application I have created before that shows a world sun map and showing and wherever there is a internet usage, it shows a dot and around the clock in 24 hours. So as time ticks, the sun moves around. You might have seen a sun clock, and you can see all the it's a world map, and you see a bunch of lights up in that area. That means there's an internet usage. So from this world map, you can see when is internet most active in which region in the world. But right now I'm trying to find where is that page. I forgot what's the name. There, internet usage day cycle. Okay, so it's in the W directory. So let's go to the directory, uh, internet. There it is. So this is a page. Now copy the URL back to Chrome browser, paste it. Let's go there. There it is. So let's magnify. So you can see this is the map. I can click the, each dot represent internet usage, and red means heavy usage, blue means no usage. And you can click, or you can press the arrow key, and you can see how they shift. So this is daylight, this is night. So you can see when USA, for example, New York, uh, is around noon, it's the has the most users. Internet is the most active. Then as we shift, to midnight, for example, it's the least. It became blue. Basically, around 4 or 5 o'clock New York time, it becomes least usage. Then it start to increase because of the morning. So from this application, you can observe, when is internet the most busy for local time in the local area. In fact, it's different. For example, in USA in general, the internet is most busy around noon. Okay, it actually is the most busy around noon. But however, in China, for example, let's look at over here near Shanghai or Beijing. You can see internet is actually most active around, like, it's all red here. It's around like around 5 o'clock local time, afternoon. So depending on the region, their internet usage pattern is different. In USA, it's around noon. It's the most busy, but in China, it's around 5 o'clock p.m. evening. So anyway, I have this web application. You can also use the mouse. Like I'm pressing I'm scrolling the mouse wheel. So this way gives me interactive animation almost. It's an animation. So how did I do it? I forgot. So let's see. So I mean, obviously there's a mouse wheel event, but this mouse wheel event only works when my mouse is in the region of the image map of the image, but not outside. So that is actually kind of similar to what we want to do. So let's look at what I've done before, and so here's a code. Let's open it. Let's go to the directory. Okay, so originally it's in TypeScript. So this is TypeScript. By the way, TypeScript is 100% compatible to JavaScript. So any JavaScript is a TypeScript. But here, but then TypeScript adds type declarations. So but even if so in this page, I'm not using any of that. It's actually just plain JavaScript. But however, I'm using TypeScript is so because I can convert the JavaScript 2015 features back to the plain JavaScript. So this file is a TypeScript, but if you look at the directory, you see this file is JavaScript. This is actually compiled. You can see it's using vars here. Now vars is kind of deprecated JavaScript. It's got lots of problems. And it's using the good old function keyword to create a function. But starting with JavaScript 2015, you have a bunch of new features such as arrow function, like this one. F cycle image. You have the parameters, and you have the function body. Which is similar to the in JavaScript ES5. That's the way you do it. So anyway, you see, so TypeScript compiles to this JavaScript. And this is the last time I did this is 2007, when JavaScript ES 2015 is not widely used yet. And but today, let's convert it. Actually, let's just convert it to ES 2015. So all I have to do is I just run the code. Um, so I just run Xah run current file, and you see it actually it recompiled and updated this page. You see now it's actually using JavaScript 2015. And now if we go back to here and see if it still works, reload. The button still works, okay, and the arrow keys also still works, and the mouse wheel still works. That's good. So anyway, so we are here because we want to find out how do we do the mouse scroll. So search for wheel. You can see. Um, uh, wait. Uh, you can see this is the event wheel. V image tag. Oh, obvious. That's right. Oh, yeah. So you add the wheel event to the image. So this image is an element, HTML element. You simply add event to that element. That's how you do it. Yeah, obviously, I didn't think of that. So here, so we back here. We all we want to do is, yeah, we are doing the right thing. Add a wheel event, then call the function update input. Then the update input will okay, but how do you check if the wheel is moving upward or downward? So let's search the function. There it is. So this is how you do it. So let's copy the code. We are doing like copy and paste, which is the most efficient way of coding actually. So copy that code, and let's put it here. Let's remove that, put it here. Search for that. We need to change the function name, but actually let's just use this name. So change that. Okay, so when the mouse wheel turns, we call this function, and this function will check current input box. So okay, so when it's rolling up, when it's scrolling up, delta y greater than 0. When it's scrolling up, we want to increment by 0.1. Okay, so okay, so we want to increment. So prevent default. So default is the scrolling page behavior. We want to prevent that. When we want, then we want to increment. Okay, so let's increment the value here. So let's see. Let's go down. Let's go down. Box I. So box I. Box I value equals to, actually we can do plus plus. I think plus plus is a JavaScript. No, we want to so okay, equal plus. I think we can use equal plus. Now let's look at my JavaScript tutorial. We want to check if JavaScript has the operator of equal plus or plus equal. So assignment operators plus equal. Okay, so we can do that. Plus equal 0.1. Okay, and the same thing here will be minus equal. Okay, so that will update the value, but let's change the function name. Okay, so this is for the box key I. Okay, so I think that's it. Let's go to the page and see if that works. Refresh. Oh, it worked, but not so well. Refresh. Increment. Okay, so it is not working so well because box I value plus equals to so what happens here is two guys watching. So what happens here is, okay, so when the mouse wheel scrolls, then this event fires. So the mouse wheel scrolls, then this event fires. Then if it's scrolling up, then box I dot value is updated. Let's just do this. Okay, let's not be fancy. I don't like those fancy stuff. So same thing here. Okay, so box I value equals to box I value. So it changed. Now when it changed, we have another event here, input. When it changed, it also start to call the printed command, which start to compute the whole thing. So why is this? Let's scroll down. Refresh. Refresh. What is the value there? Okay, so so it's changing the box value, but when the box value changes, it also tries to print it. Okay, so let's check. Let's open up the console and see what happens in the console. Hey, good morning, Frank. Plus minus 1? Plus minus and scale down by 10? What do you mean? Scale it. So why not plus or minus 1? Uh, oh, good evening. So why do you want to scale it down? I mean, why can I mean, what's the advantage of that? I mean, we can just add zero point 0.1 directly. Why you need to, you know, use one and scale it down? So anyway, so there is something wrong here. It says, we are getting none. Is it because it's a string that we, okay. Yeah, I think it's because it's a string. It's, yeah, that's what yeah. So box I dot value is actually a string. So we need to turn this to a number actually. I think that's what's happening. How do I know? Because when you code any programming language or any programming task, you just have to gain experiences. Because I mean, how could I possibly know? That's the case. I guess it's just from experience. So let's look for. We want to now we want to convert a number to a string, and I have a tutorial here. Uh, Number, random number, string to number. Let's see, string to number, number to string. We want to string to number, yeah. So string to integer, string to decimal number. So that is number dot parse float. JavaScript is pretty bad. Anyway, number parse float. Okay, so that's a function, and that's a function, and we want to convert. So we convert. Let's see if that's correct syntax. Parse float string. Yeah. Yep. So we converted the string to a number. Then we add. Yes. So let's try that. Okay. Now back to the web page and refresh. Refresh. Now let's see if this works. Okay. Now focus it. Scroll the mouse. Yeah, it's working. So, but however, now scrolling up uh, is actually decreasing. So actually, we got this reversed. So we want to scroll up. The thing about scrolling up and down is that there is a lot of inconsistency today, because Apple, especially because Apple started to reverse the mouse direction. Well, this is actually a very old problem. I remember back in 1990s, because when you scroll up, if you are thinking of a cursor, you want the cursor to move up. But if you are thinking of the page when you scroll up, you are actually moving the page down. So depending on how you think, scrolling up may mean, different directions. Because I remember back then in 1991, for example, different applications disagree. So well, back then you don't have mouse, but you still have page up and page down. For example, the page up and page down key. So some application, when you press page up, it's actually moving the page. Today when you press page up, it's actually moving the page down. So and you can see this in Emacs. For example, if I call the function, if I press the page up key, it's actually calling the command scroll down command. So you see, because you are actually scrolling the page, down. When you press page up, you want to see things above it, but you are actually scrolling page down. So there are these confusing different concept of up and down. And also Apple made it more confusing about 10 years ago when they reversed the mouse wheel direction so that it's in sync with a touchpad. Like when touch with a touchpad or iPhone, when you push down, touch push down, it actually is you are pushing the page, not your cursor position. So that makes more sense. So anyway, so let's go back. So actually now this is working. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. But however, it's not updating the score. Uh, but why is that? Okay, yeah, because this is just a wheel event. So we actually need to call print it here. So print it. Now let's refresh. Try it again. Yeah, it's working. So you see, if we yeah, so it's working. Great. Now we just repeat. We just need to repeat this for all the other boxes. So so let's see how many people watching. 3 people. three three is the second prime number. Okay, so let's repeat these boxes. So box I, J, K, L. What are other boxes? I, J, K, L, H. I, J, K, L, H. And mouse. Okay, are we going to write 5 more functions, or are we going to just use this function? Okay, so you know the simplest is actually just write 5 more functions. But actually, then we refactor to combine them into one function. But for brainlessness, it's actually just easier if I just create or we can pass the parameter. Actually, the parameter is not used here. But it's faster if we just do 5 more for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I, J, J, J. Okay. J, J, K, uh, I, J, K, L. Okay. Then I, J, K, L, H. Okay, we got 5 functions. And I, J, K, L, H. Good morning, Isaac. So Isaac, we are doing JavaScript. Oops, we got an error. So basically, we are enhancing this page to add scroll wheel interactivity. So I want to scroll the wheel on this box and have the value change and update this number. And right now I got a problem. It says F mouse key I is not defined. So okay, why is it not defined? I, box J, box K, mouse key. So it says, well, because Is it because we didn't refresh? F mouse key I. Oh, reference X is not defined. Yeah. Oh, you need the X. Okay, so let's do that. X, yes, no, no, no. Okay, so let's replace that by X. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yes, it worked. Let's see. Yes, yes. Superb. Now we don't want the you see it becomes sometimes it becomes 0.300, extra digits there. So what we can do is actually we can trim out the uh, the numbers because it's ugly, to show, to have it become like that. So we can trim it out by using uh, number pass float. So this is a number prototype. We go to number prototype. There is a function called toFixed. Okay, and we want one digit. Okay, toFixed. So let's add that pass float. Okay, okay. So this is getting long. toFixed. Okay, toFixed one digit. Okay, that's okay. We definitely need to refactor this now because now the code is becoming too long to fix one digit. Okay, but let's try that first. Let's try with this box. So let's magnify so you can see. No, it's still box I value. So box I value. So toFixed. Actually, what we need to do is actually to convert. You see, this part is a number, and when you assign a number, the box I dot value is actually a string. So we are actually we need to convert a number to a string, and it is in this process that this 00 crops up. You see, those crops up. So if we want to eliminate those extra zeros, we have to do the conversion ourselves because JavaScript is actually doing a number to string conversion automatically. So we want to convert it ourselves. The toFix function is actually converting numbers, so the string and number conversion is usually very fairly complicated in any language. Um, so what we want to do, format number. Let's see, format number. Show only insignificant digits. So all these are these are number to number. This is also number to number. Oh wait, this is number to string. Oh yeah, that's what we want. To precision. So okay, to precision. Okay, 1 2 2 to precision 2. Let's see if that works. No. So to precision returns a string representation of number with n significant digits. So let's see, compute score. Okay, here actually we want to precision as well. To precision 3. Good morning, Danielle. So okay, so we are still having a problem of these two precision. So why is that? So number pass float. So box I value is a box I dot value is a string. Yes, because it's an input box. This is actually returns a string. Then pass float becomes a number. Wait, so box I dot value is a string. Then we turn it into a number here because we are calling a number pass float. So it becomes a number. Then we minus 0.1. Okay, and so far it's still a number. Then we do to precision. Oh wait, is that because of that? Yes, obviously. Refresh. Nah. Okay, we have failed. Oh god. So anyway, so but I mean our goal is actually working. But however, we are trying to make it look nice without the extra digits. We only want one decimal place, and in that regard, we it is not working. But why is it not working? I don't know. So, but I think it's because of the number to string conversion that's going on. That's why it's not working. So this is a float. So this is a float. So this is a number. Then to precision makes it a string. Are we sure? To precision returns a string representation of a number. Yeah. Returns a string representation of a number. But a string representation. So this part becomes a string. So we assign box I value to a string, but oh, okay, we got a mistake here. Yeah, that's a mistake. That is why. Refresh. Okay, it still happens. Refresh. To precision 1. Let's say to precision 1. Let's see, print it. Print it, print it, print it. This is a Emacs 26 bug. You see how the buffer suddenly part of it becomes blank? That's a Emacs 26 bug. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So maybe we let's yeah. So I don't know what's going on, and but you get the idea what we are trying to do. We actually it's successful, but it's just these appearances, aesthetics we want to fix, and we have to figure out. I'm pretty sure it's something has to do with string and number data type conversion issue that's going on. Wait. Yeah, we try to fix it here, but it's not successful. Yeah, so, but anyway, so how long we been talking? So 1 hour and 1 minute. I think that's it for this one, I guess. Or um, yeah. So what's up, you guys? That's it for this one today. We're gonna, I think maybe in 6 hours or maybe in 8 hours we're gonna do another one. Because recently I've been trying, first of all, yeah. So let's just chat, a little bit. So first of all, uh, so as far as today's topic, that's kind of done. But so let's just chat. So first of all, I want to do a video every day. It's like the spice must flow. Have you guys watched the movie or the novel Dune? Sorry, Dune series. Okay, Dune is an epic. It's truly an epic novel. It's an epic story. Epics means Dune TV series. Epic is a whenever you have a novel, epic is Frank Herbert's Dune. Yeah, it means it spans several generations or centuries. A story that telling the history. You have thousands of characters. You cover a period of time. 100 years or thousands of years. That's epic when you have something like that. So Dune, the novel, Dune's novel is it's a fantastic novel. I haven't read the novel myself, but actually I have watched this Dune mini series. Uh, there are a lot, movies out of it, but I want to show you this one. I have written about actually Xah Arts. I cannot find it. But anyway, this is the one. This is the cover is right. So it's no, that not that video gallery. So there's a movie Dune, directed by David something, David Lynch, I think, and that is no good. Okay, but there's a TV series around 2000, around year 2000, and that is very good. You want to watch that one? Amazon.com. Uh, so this one, Dune. Sometimes you can find it on YouTube free. People, yeah, it's actually on YouTube, the whole thing, because a lot of people, copy and just put it there. And it's a mini TV series, so it's like few hours, 3 or 6 hours. Uh, but Dune, but anyway, so I watched this and I studied, I read up about this story. It's just fantastic. It's great. I mean, it's so deep, and you can read. You can. It's actually it's like a Game of Thrones, epic, in the same epic sense. So it's got vast history. Families, map, and details. The difference is that Game of Thrones is about you have dragons. You have in that period of time, uh, dragons and knights. But Dune is about it's a sci-fi, future. So this is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Uh, Not the movie, but in this TV series. So have you guys seen it? So Dune TV series. So why am I mentioning it? Because I was talking about, yeah, the spice must flow. Uh, so that's one of the phrase in Dune. So so are you guys still there? Okay, two people watching. Most people are already gone. Frank Roland. So where are you? Wait, hold on a second. Where are you? Where are you from, Frank? What location? So okay, that's it for today, and we maybe probably I'll do another, possibly likely another one in about 6 or 8 hours. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you.